the murder of Charlie Kirk. So, again, some of y'all might feel some type of way about the things that's being said. Some of y'all might feel some type of way about the things that we're going to talk about, but I promise you, you will be okay. You will not be having your feelings hurt. You will be perfectly 100% fine. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and get our other guest in here as well. Gentlemen, y'all want to give an introduction right quick?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the number one 313 man, D Hatware, JT.
Not you got the sound bites too, motherfucker. Not you got the sound bites too. We are now.
You get deep with the freaking the sound bites. It is your guy Resla over here, of course, doing his own thing, and of course, happy to be here with my guys. Cellulite.
Appreciate it, big homie.
Hey, Sel, let me say this too, man. Before you
What up,
you about to bring somebody up.
I'm waiting on Sharon to pull up. I'm waiting on him to pull up.
But I gotta say, man, I'm glad to see you focus, bro. I'm glad to see you out here doing it big. I'm glad, and I love to see my peoples when they channels start going up and they start being real focused on content, getting content, having great conversations. You know what I'm saying, and keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
One of the things I know about you, you kind of like me. You know, I can have great conversations with people, but man, you can catch me on one of them times where I get animated. You know how it go. We get animated. We get, it could go up there, but we just want to have great conversation, man, and great content, man, because we got young people that's listening to us, man, that really want to be able to have conversations with us. Mm-hmm. But I've been following you for a minute now, bro. So I'm proud of you, my guy. Most definitely.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate that, but you know what? I don't want to be the only one winning. I want everybody else to win. You know what I'm saying?
100.
But I had to study how this thing work, move, and shake. So as I get the implementations of how this thing work, move, and shake, I like to share it out to the people because I want everybody to win. But you know what irritates me? What irritates me is that people will say that black men don't want other black men to win, that black men don't want their community to win, that black men are not actually adding any value to the black community. And then with this situation that just happening right now with Charlie Kirk, people are coming to the forefront to express their emotions, and they want to talk about racism because they think that Charlie Kirk is a racist. But the truth of the matter is just that we focused on the wrong shit. We got more important shit to worry about. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Instead of us,
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, go ahead, Resla. My bad. Get in there.
No, I'm saying I hear exactly what you're saying, and I agree with JT on this and saying, like, because we have so many people. This is why I say this is a problem when we have even in our community tomorrow, all ties lifting up both, pull up the next man up. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you need to be the example. You need to be the one that goes ahead to bring the drawbridge down for everybody else. Not everybody can just be able to bring everybody some stuff at once because you got to worry about the baggage of other people. So sometimes you got to be that person that comes up first to help everybody else out. And that's why I've been rocking with you, and I appreciate the fact that you're actually getting all this attention now.
Yeah.
Well, it's all about work. You see what I'm saying? And this is why it irritates me when people actually put in the work to become successful. And because of within the black community, we live in this crab in the barrel society, in this mindset to where, oh, I want to drag JT down just because JT is up there. Now he think he better than us. Oh, Wrestler on his way up too. How come JT don't help out Wrestler? It's just like, you don't know what work he putting in with Wrestler. You don't know what work JT is. You don't know what work any of these guys putting in. You only see the success now. But because of your hate and how it is that you don't want people to succeed, you would rather hate on them religiously just so that you can be able, to gain some type of traction. Like it's a dude out there right now hating religiously because he wants to be a part of something that is so great, but he's not moving anything right now.
Yeah. And
I think that's what's going on right now, especially within the black. You said post on my community wall. I got you. You like what's happening right now. You have dudes literally firing up live streams only because there's nothing else to talk about except Charlie Kirk. But Charlie Kirk wasn't on your radar before. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So since Charlie wasn't on their radar, now that he's gone, and I say that figuratively and literally, now that he's gone, now people want to bring him into the conversation. Now people want to be like, oh, well, now is the perfect time to talk about him. You had all since 2012 to talk about him.
Yeah.
Sharon, it's on the community. It's on the community tab. Resla, let me ask you a question. I know we were just talking about, I don't want to rehash what we already talked about, but what has been your purview of the scope of social media since Charlie Kirk has been publicly assassinated?
It has not been too different, except for the fact that people are willing to be more vocal about it. Since, let's just be honest, they don't have the courage to do it themselves. This is really what it is. These are people that are so happy that someone has been willing to do what they wish they had the courage to do. But let's be honest as well. This is not a matter of courage. This is desperation. We're talking about someone that, instead of having the actual courage, which would be to defend our First Amendment and actually have a debate with the mofo, which is what he was actually there to do, they weren't strong enough to do so. And therefore, the only thing that they felt was more prominent to them was to take him off the chessboard. These are weak individuals, people who celebrate someone else's death because, quite frankly, you weren't strong enough to stand on your own convictions. You don't deserve anything. I'm going to say that, and people might have a problem with that. But anyone that is willing to not be able to verbalize their own points and then just say, you know what? Let's just say at the end, I gave my point. I said what I said. And if we haven't agreed to disagree, then we fall on that rather than disagree or die. That's not the point of what we're supposed to be in this freaking country. That's not the point that we're supposed to be having, to be able to say that, quite frankly, we all have the right to free speech. But instead, you guys, especially you guys who celebrate for it, you're advocating for censorship. You're advocating for cancel culture. You're advocating for our rights to be taken away from us. That's how I personally look at it, in my humble opinion.
Absolutely. Sharon, you can't be on cam, G?
Nah, I can't. I'm only because I'm outside on the road.
I got you.
That's
JT, pay attention. You good? JT, pay attention to the back chat right quick.
I got you.
Message for you. All right. So Sharon, what's your take on this? You know, we a fresh start. So what's your take on this?
I'm not sure which part y'all talking about yet.
Your take on the scope of social media right now since Charlie has been deleted.
I think it's because my take on it is that since it happened so dramatic, this is why so many people are trying to have a conversation about it. The race situation, I think, is conflated into this conversation. It shouldn't be at all. I just believe that a lot of Black folks don't care about this man that much. At the same time, they understand that the things that they did see, they seen enough to see that he wasn't for bringing people together. And he was a very divisive person, just like this administration. And that's why he has this split feelings about who he is as a human being. And so he's not going to get the love that the people that do like him, he's not going to get the love and admiration that they want for him, because he wasn't a kind human being. Damn. So you wrestling.
Go ahead. I muted his mic. Go ahead.
No, so so he's not going to get the love and admiration that y'all want him to get, because he just wasn't that peaceful guy. He was somebody that was very divisive, and he was a violent, preaching human being. That's just what it is. It's sad.
Violent preaching?
Yeah, violent preaching, yeah.
Violent in what way? Because what did he say that actually hurt anybody? I understand that people want to take offense to his words, but that's only because of their own personal volitions and their own emotions. He didn't say anything that was violent towards anybody.
He literally said, somebody's going to have to die so we can keep the Second Amendment going.
That's not violent. That's
not violent. Saying that there needs to be an acceptable cost in order for us to keep our particular liberties. How is that violent?
He said somebody has to get shot. That's violence. Are you telling me that suggesting that somebody get shot so you can keep the Second Amendment going is not violence?
So when we turn around and we
Yes
say,
or no? Answer my question before you ask me a question, please.
okay, so make sure that you state your actual question to me again so I can answer it particularly. What was your question?
Somebody suggesting that they get shot to keep the Second Amendment going is not violence.
Did he say that he gets shot, or that if people need to be, if there needs to be an acceptable number of deaths in order for us to keep our Second Amendment, then that's acceptable. Which one is it?
He said somebody has to get shot.
He said that, yes.
Yes. Is that violence?
Yes.
Okay.
And if we, the same way how I looked at it is that if we have to have people die to go to war to keep our freedoms and liberties, that needs to be a thing that takes place. Are we going to ignore that? That was my question to you.
So, but before you ask me that, but we talking about, y'all said that he wasn't preaching violence, and I just gave you an example of him preaching violence. So
wait, hold on. Let me read the quote. The quote is, I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. How is that about violence?
And is that preaching or is that an opinion?
No, it's not preaching. Hold on.
You said preaching.
What are you confused about what he said? He said somebody got to die by guns.
No, he said he even said unfortunately, and you said preaching.
So unfortunately, people got to die by violence.
Was he preaching?
I don't understand why we can't just use the man words. Did the man not say? Unfortunately,
you're stating that he was preaching
just use exact, because I'm glad that he used exactly what he said. So this way, it's no way
I'm
we
happy
can
that he
frame
did as
around it,
well.
and we can turn it into.
You're stating was a factual thing that he said, and you're saying that he was preaching it. And that's why, was his opinion? Was he preaching? Which one was that? Was it his opinion or was he preaching?
He's not. Oh my fucking God, this is crazy.
Sharon, are you saying he's advocated for gun violence?
I don't understand. Like hold on. The quote is right there. So you don't have to ask me nothing about what he said, right?
I do if you're making a particular statement. I do because right there. Like, they were your words being made before we put up on the screen.
I put the sentiments of what he said, and now we got the verbatim what he said. Like we acting like I'm supposed to be able to recite every. I'm supposed to.
He said.
Y'all okay? You okay? Are you okay?
I'm asking you about what you said versus what he said.
Right. So I summarized what he said because I'm sorry I didn't know that I had to be very precise on every single last syllable that he said. But I summed up what he said. Right.
Okay.
And then now we pulled up exactly what he said. So now that we pulled up exactly what he said, we could move the conversation to exactly what he said, right? Instead of me summarizing what he said. It's very simple.
Okay, let's read it again.
Hold on, wait. Before we read again, let me summarize a point. So are car crashes, have there been deaths due to cars?
Yes.
Okay, so should we take away everyone's car? Because the true fact is that everyone should or has the right to have a car, but the truth of the matter is that we have a lot of violent car accidents, and there's people who die from those car accidents. So should we take away everybody's car?
No.
Okay, so
there's an acceptable amount of number of car crashes that leads to death for the right to everybody to be able to drive a car, right?
No.
Please, wait. Please, by all means, explain that to me. So there's not an acceptable amount of deaths that happens from violent car crashes.
No, nobody looks at car crashes, fatal accidents as a way to deter them away from vehicles.
So why should we look at guns that way?
It's not the same as a gun. A gun, you got to pull it out and make a choice to take somebody's life. When you get behind the wheel, 90% of people are not making a choice to take somebody's life.
Actually, that's not true. That is not true.
Can the same thing be? Wait. Question: can the same thing be said about people who get behind the wheel and they are drunk?
That's what. I don't understand. Like, y'all, it's like y'all don't hear what I'm saying.
No,
No,
I
we
hear what you.
hear what you're saying.
I'm not okay. Now, I said 90% of people that decide to get behind the wheel is not deciding to take somebody's life. So the people that get behind the wheel drunk, people that's trying to intentionally harm somebody with their vehicle, that's that 10%.
Okay, so it's actually more
Like
than
I don't understand.
10%.
Like this is crazy.
It's more than 10% depending
Okay.
on your state. That's how your insurance rates and premiums are calculated and quantified. Further delve into your point about the gun violence, instead of just looking at his quote, why don't we listen to what the man actually had to say?
Let's do that.
I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on a minute. I'm muted Facebook. I keep Facebook on mute. Honey, Facebook get loud. I be doing too much.
You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's dribble. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is.
You'll never live in a society where you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a gun death. That is a prudent deal. What does prudent deal mean? A prudent deal is a transaction that is wise, sensible, and judicious in its approach, characterized by careful evaluation of risk and benefits, sound financial planning, and decision made with foresight to avoid negative consequences. It reflects a prudent person's ability to exercise good judgment and discretion, ensuring that the deal is well informed and likely to lead to a positive outcome while minimizing potential pitfalls. Now, guns, just like any other weapon of destruction, like a car, requires you to be educated on your use and usually some form of licensure. Most people that participate in the Second Amendment right do not participate to just go out and automatically delete somebody. They participate in the Second Amendment right to be able to protect the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, to be able to participate in Castile doctrine, to be able to protect their home. Aren't you one of the people that were arguing that Carmelo Anthony was participating in Castile doctrine when he stabbed Austin Metcalf?
Yeah.
So if Carmelo Anthony had the right to stab Austin Metcalf at a track and field event in an educational parameter, Charlie Kirk doesn't have the right to say, yes, some people might die by guns. And unfortunately, that's the cost of people having their Second Amendment rights. So were you preaching that it's okay for Black children to stab white children?
No,
and how would you feel?
That's a
Hold on, I wasn't finished.
That's a wrong correlation.
No, it's a direct correlation. And just because I pause, I could catch my breath. I do breathe sometime. But people could take your words in support of Carmelo Anthony having the right to have a cleat sharpener, which doesn't exist, to stab Austin Metcalf, as you preaching the gospel that Black children should go to school armed with weapons to cause harm, because him stabbing Austin Metcalf was a choice.
No, that's a horrible correlation. This is the reason why, because it doesn't matter who he was. I want that person to defend themselves. Doesn't matter if he was black, white, or yellow. You need to defend yourself if you got to. You got to get home, right? So that's that. So now what this man is talking about is a completely different, right? It's not even in the same ballpark. This man is saying that people got to die for him to keep on doing what he wants to do. This is what this man is out there talking about all the time, right? He's pushing this. He is pushing this. He is pushing this idea out. So he is damn near a politician, somebody that they said they wanted him to run for office. So it's not just an opinion with him. Y'all have to stop saying that it's an opinion. It's not an opinion, because he has an organization and they are moving things forward. They're getting people elected. It is not just an opinion.
Wait, wait. Are you done, Sharon? Because I don't want to make sure you get cut off because you're about to get cooked. I just want you to know that. But are you done?
For the second, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I heard Raw first, and then JT, you go ahead next.
Yep.
Are you well versed in your constitutional rights? Because someone asserting their constitutional rights is not them preaching gun violence. In the United States Constitution, the Second Amendment says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That is your constitutional right as an American-born citizen. So are you telling me that you as a black man can sit there and say that knife violence is okay? It's acceptable that Austin Metcalf died from a knife, but the fact that people potentially will die from gun shooting, that's a problem, and that makes him a racist.
I never said that statement makes him a racist. So this is what I'm saying with the conflation. So him saying that people have to die to keep something moving, that is pushing violence. I don't understand why we confused about what the man was saying. This is not the same as somebody saying, hey, we have a right to protect ourselves as United States human citizens. Those are two different things. We could understand what he was saying and what he was pushing.
So
and yeah.
Hold on, let me have this back and forth with.
Go ahead. My bad.
Sharon, real quick, please, because y'all know I just came up here just to cook them real quick. So, individuals are responsible for the deaths of other individuals, according to the National Rifle Association. So when the NRA says it's not guns that kill people, it's people who kill people, right? And the position is that the focus should be on enforcing existing laws and addressing criminal misuse of firearms. Is that them perpetuating violence? Charlie Kirk saying, and I will concede the point, you didn't say that, that made him a racist. So I apologize for misquoting you. See how that works? Civilized discourse. But do you can't, it's appalling to me that you can't see how you and everyone like you that was up here bigging up Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, he stabbed dude because he had to make it home because he was getting jumped. He should have been able to have a fight with his hands, fisticuffs. And it's not his God-given right to stab somebody at school. It's your God-given right to be able to protect your land and protect your family.
Not in Texas. In Texas, it's a different law. They got a whole.
What?
It's a whole different country. You don't have to retreat. You could defend yourself. And
you can do that with a gun too. You know what?
As far as we understand it right now, so the difference is Carmelo is not out here pushing any agenda. That man was pushing an agenda. He said
he absolutely.
Oh, wait. Let him finish because I got this one. Go ahead, finish, Ron.
He said people need to die for gun violence. Right?
He didn't say that.
It just
but wait.
If people are dying from a gunshot wound, that's violence. It is no way around it. We could try to sugarcoat it and say that's not exactly what he's saying. You want to play that game? Then fine, we could play that game. But yeah, he didn't exactly say it. But that's what it means. It's gun violence.
But Sharon, tell me it was not multiple black content creators who were pushing the narrative of fucking around and finding out, and tell me that it was not multiple black content creators all across social media who was saying, white people, we are going to stab you if you own that type of time. So when you want to talk about pushing violence, how many content creators went live to push the narrative that no one should be judging Carmelo because he is a young black man and we should be defending him, we should be donating to him? Tell me how this man raised damn near $500,000 in such a short amount of time off of the backs and the sweat and the tears of black people like Tiffany Billions and a whole bunch of other people who were saying that by any means necessary, we should not be saying anything about him. And if he is found guilty, we're going to burn this motherfucker to the ground. Is that not pushing violence?
And
no, that's not pushing violence. What that is pushing is your right to protect yourself. That you do not have to allow somebody to. I don't understand. Like this. I don't understand.
That's the point, Sharon.
Oh, okay. Well, let me finish.
I'm gonna cut you off right now because what you just said.
You gotta allow. You gotta allow.
I'm gonna allow you to.
I'm quiet.
I know. I'm
let's
going
just
to
have
allow
the
you
back.
to finish
Let's
it.
have the back and forth.
Okay,
Please.
go ahead,
It's
Sharon.
okay.
Go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
it's okay.
Sharon.
Let's just have our back and forth. So yeah, so no, that's not. This is the American way that you got to stand up for yourself, stand up for your people. You cannot allow people to just do whatever they want to your people. So no, he
Oh,
was in his right as far as we know right now. Until more information come out, then if we got to change our point of view because of new information, that's fine. However, but this conversation is not about Carmelo defending himself against two people trying to put harm on him. We are talking about Charlie Kirk pushing out violence. He is the one that's calling people out their name. He the one that say people need to be shot.
No,
So
the people that are making fun of his death are the ones saying that people need to delete him and his wife and his kids. People should keep going. And it's black people that are saying that. So you just said Carmelo Anthony has the right to defend himself. Guess what? Everybody. That's why I made sure I put the Constitution up here. Everybody has the right to defend themselves according to the Constitution. Charlie Kirk was talking about literally the Second Amendment. I think it's worth the cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. The Second Amendment, quite literally, is the right to bear arms, to protect yourself. So you're okay with black people protecting themselves, but you're not okay with white people protecting themselves.
Can we
That's
add the
that's
being
string
not
racist.
no. But hold on. But I never said that. I
You
never
just
said that one. I never said one can't protect themselves versus the other one should protect themselves. This is not something that I said. Even earlier, I said
what?
it didn't matter what color Carmelo was. That person needs to protect themselves. So this has never been about that. That's what I'm saying. We got to pay attention to what's actually happening and go by the words that man is saying. He's saying deaths, right? So
So if we're
therefore,
talking about the exact word that he's saying, can we mention something that you already mentioned when you were quoting this man? He even said, unfortunately, because that's a word we need to look at. Unfortunately, some, which means while he doesn't want it to be, unfortunately, there needs to be some acceptable amount of death for us to be able to, quote, safeguard our Second Amendment right.
okay, so right, regardless of how fortunate or unfortunate that this situation is, people need to die from gun violence so we can keep the
No,
Second Amendment.
Whoa.
It's just that
no,
simple.
From that logic,
That's what he's saying.
unfortunately, some people need to die going to war in order to protect our country. Why is it
Yeah,
that
but don't move the goalposts. We talking about a very specific
the same
thing.
thing?
No, it's
wait,
not.
no. He's
It's
framing
not.
it. He's framing it the way he want to frame it. Because if he said that we're going to talk exactly about what Charlie has said, he's adding
Right.
stuff. Some people need
He
to
is.
die, is what, and he doesn't evidently know what the word prudent means. He
mm.
evidently does not understand that. Acceptable losses is what we have to live with. That's what we live our lives off of, a balance of probabilities. The reason why in the car analogy was a good analogy that you use, because this is the thing. There's acceptable losses. Because if not, we'll say, well, shit, too many people are having car accidents and it's too many fatal car accidents. So we need to get rid of cars.
Thank
It's
you.
the
Okay,
same thing.
We literally
so
run the same risk and assessment every year.
so JT, so you saying that him dying was unfortunately what we needed to keep the Second Amendment going?
See, you keep saying needed, and that's what we keep saying. You go
This
keep
is
saying needed. What he's
No,
saying,
you're
this is
trying
the
to make
thing.
a mockery out of his death. Let's just
No,
call
I'm
it
Yes.
not.
what it
I'm
is.
saying
So at the
hold
end of the
on. No,
day,
let's
if
go.
he,
Hold on. So
so
I want to make sure y'all understand. I'm not trying to make a mockery out of
was
anything.
quit saying
I'm
need.
going by he said, didn't he say, unfortunately, we need gun deaths.
No,
So
no,
that,
he
that
didn't.
Okay,
No.
wait. Hold on, wait. I have a dangerous question. So let me ask you a question. When it
am I
comes
wrong
to
about what I'm saying? Did I make
Yes,
Yes,
you're
sense?
wrong.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
hold
That's
on,
fine. That's
wait.
okay. So calm the fuck down. I'm not
Okay,
trying
so
to
let me
attack
sign.
anybody. I'm trying to get understanding so we can be on the same page. I don't
Got you.
understand why y'all think I'm trying
No,
to
you're good.
do
So let
something
me
to y'all.
let me let me sideline by asking you a question. How do they get better at performing baby deletions?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know that.
How do they get better at surgeries? They do more surgeries, right?
No, I don't know.
How do we advance technology in the
Repetition.
medical field? We have to keep doing surgeries, right?
I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
Yes, repetition.
Oh my
Repetition is a
God.
matter of
Wait,
skill.
wait, wait,
Yeah.
no,
Wait, I got it. I got it.
stop,
I don't know if that's
stop,
true.
wait,
So-
stop, no, wait. So, Sharon, let me ask you a question. Has the evolution of medicine come from the pivotal point that we have to keep on improving medicine? Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, we keep on improving medicine.
Okay,
yes.
and the best way that we keep on improving medicine is we have to keep doing trial and error, be it by testing, be it by human testing, or any other way. We have to keep pushing out a better product to improve medicine, correct?
Saying testing is a slippery slope, but yeah, we got to keep on improving.
Okay.
Yes.
So what was the first way? What was the first method of practice to get rid of babies?
I have no idea.
A hanger.
Okay, what did they move on to next after the hanger method?
Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner and
So
anesthesia.
is it fair to say, and I'm going to use Charlie Kirk's statement, and I'm going to add and take away from it just a little bit. I think it's worth for the betterment of the medical practice of the medical field to have a cost of, unfortunately, more baby deletions every single year so that women can participate in their God-given right of their body, their choice. It is a prudent deal, but it is rational. Would you say, Sharon, that it is fair to assume that more babies have to be deleted so they get better at how it is that they participate or how they do the procedure of baby deletions? Yes or no, Sharon?
Yeah,
No,
and the way how you frame that, yes, that's what that would be saying.
Okay, so am I saying anything about violence against babies?
But a baby deletion is not violence.
Fuck!
That was a yes or no.
Okay, wait.
No. So this is what I'm saying with the conflation.
Wait.
You cannot conflate baby deletions.
That was an easy answer. That was a yes or no.
You cannot conflate baby deletions with gun violence. Those are two
Okay,
completely
so
different things. It's not even equivalent to have a conversation that's saying baby
That was a quick
deletions
dodge.
and
That's okay.
Wait, does gun
Oh my
violence
God.
involve?
All right, I guess I don't know what's going
you're
on.
good.
I don't know why.
Does gun violence involve
conversation? This
does
is
gun
crazy
violence
to me.
involve
You know
the
what's
loss of
going on.
life? Does gun violence involve the loss of life?
Yes,
It's okay. It's baby deletions, loss of life.
yes.
Nah, stay right here.
I have a good. Okay.
Go ahead, baby. Because I'm trying not to yell at him. I don't want him getting emotional.
No, we're not
Go
gonna
ahead.
we're not gonna yell at Sharon. We're gonna get off the baby deletions. I think that topic makes Sharon uncomfortable. So, Sharon,
Yo, wow.
in order to improve your lovemaking skills, right? Unfortunately, you had to have some pretty bad experiences to get better, correct?
No.
So you just came out the gate and you was just long stroking?
Who, me personally?
Yes.
Me personally, yeah. I've been a man since I was a kid. Yeah.
Okay, so in order to find your wife, you had to sleep with some ratchet women, right? Or you didn't sleep with any ratchet women?
No, I don't.
So you just, every woman you dealt with in your whole entire life was perfect?
They were all proper. They were all proper, apparently.
Yeah, they was all proper, not perfect.
Okay, so at the end of the day, you still had to make some bad decisions in order to get to your wife, right?
No.
Hold on for 1 second. Don't nobody say nothing. To Jake R that just sent me a cash app, put your email without the .com in the chat. Go ahead, y'all.
Bruh. Listen, at the end of the day, if you want to feel like that's a call for violence, then you better keep that same energy everywhere. Because Charlie Kirk was deleted, but Carmelo Anthony is a deleter. And he's being charged with capital murder. He is a deleter. No matter how you try to slice it, he took somebody's life. I don't give a damn what your rationale is behind it. He took somebody's life. He's a deleter.
I mean, that's your opinion.
No, that's a fact.
Fact.
No, that's a fact.
I'm not gonna argue that. It's not a fact because the way it's just not a fact, but it's okay.
So
Austin Metcalf is still alive and breathing, or did Carmelo Anthony end his life?
no, I don't. Okay, now let me ask you a
No,
question.
we're not going to
Hold on, wait.
Oh, no, hold on, because we're not going to qualify it. Is Austin Metcalf alive or not alive?
He's not alive.
Who is responsible for him not being alive?
If you say
Austin
himself,
Metcalf.
oh my fucking God. Okay, fine. George Zimmerman. Did they what? No. George Zimmerman. What did they rule it as?
That he died from suffocation, I believe.
No.
George Zimmerman. You mean Trayvon Martin?
Trayvon Martin. What you saying?
George Zimmerman. What did they rule? George Zimmerman. What did they rule his case as?
I don't know. What is it?
Self-defense.
Okay.
Okay. Would you agree with the ruling?
I think that one was that was 50-50. I think he was fighting for his life. So yeah, that was self-defense in the way how he presented it. Yeah.
Okay. So don't wait, hold on. I don't want nobody to take no offense to what I'm about to say. So Trayvon Martin had to die so we can get a better understanding of what self-defense looks like.
No, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that? Please, by all means, explain it.
I never said that statement.
No, you said you don't.
Right. So what I'm trying to y'all keep trying to make me
No. I'm asking
something. What I'm saying is this: you telling me that Trayvon's supposed to die so we can have a better self-defense law. That's not my position. That's your man Charlie's position, not mine.
Right.
So don't try to hold me. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You cannot hold me to Charlie's position. That was Charlie's position that people have to die. It ain't mine. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. So Charlie, he was the one that was pushing for this violence, not me. I'm just going by the words that he is saying. And because I'm holding that man accountable for his own words, y'all are mad at me. You need to be mad at him for saying these things.
How do you hold a dead man accountable? 1 and 2. I wasn't asking you for an interpretation of his words. I was asking you for an understanding of your thinking. My question to you, which still stands, is if Trayvon Martin had to die so we can get a better understanding of how self-defense could be applied in a loss of life situation in which George Zimmerman was getting his head bashed on the ground and Trayvon Martin was the one that was doing it. Even though we don't like the fact that Trayvon Martin is dead, it's the fact that the head egg shell theory is what saved George Zimmerman's life in that particular situation. Do you agree or disagree? That's all I'm asking you. I'm not asking you about Charlie. I'm asking you about George Zimmerman.
Right, but you keep okay. I don't understand why we got to keep going to other things. Regardless, I already said that. That it was in self-defense, according to how he presented the case. And I don't know what else you want me to say after that.
And I appreciate you. And I appreciate you. Go ahead, Resla.
No, I'm saying so. Just to go on what he's saying, what he's trying to get down to. So unfortunately, even though Trayvon Martin lost his life, is an acceptable loss for us to be able to understand what self-defense is.
No. That is not my position. That's your man position. That's why I keep trying to tell you.
Stop. It's not where no one is trying to. The thing is that you're already on the defense of someone trying to pigeonhole you into a position. We're asking you for clarification so we can try to understand.
You're not asking me for any clarification. What are you asking me to clarify?
He did.
What are you asking me to clarify? What are you asking me to clarify?
I'm asking you to clarify this.
Okay.
Do you feel that American soldiers taking some lives to expand the United States Armed Forces territory? Unfortunately, some people have to lie. Do you feel that is pushing violence, or that is necessary for the army to function?
That's pushing violence.
All right then.
JT, please.
Okay. So again, when we go to this whole thing of he's saying that there's a need for people to die, you're being being disingenuous, bro. There's nothing.
Just make your statement, bro.
I am. This is my statement.
I don't put no jacket on. I don't put no jacket on y'all. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all trying to tell me what I'm doing. That's crazy.
So I'm gonna finish my statement. You can't tell me what I'm doing. I'm
I'm
putting it
not
out
telling
here.
you what you're doing.
Well,
You
I'm
just
talking to the
you're accusing. What I'm
people.
saying, JT, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you accuse me of doing something.
You can't have a conversation if you ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying. So if you don't believe that, then that's on you. But I'm telling you what I'm saying. When it comes down to it, it is disingenuous when you keep adding some words that's not there. Need is it makes a difference when you say that he said people need to die. That changes the whole trajectory. When in fact, all he said was that it is unfortunate that you do have the people have to die because of what it is. I mean, you just got to take some acceptable losses. That's basically what he was saying. It's the same thing with all the other things that we mentioned. That's so when it comes down to it, and then let's go back to your premise. He's pushing violence.
Gun violence.
Right. And so if you said that you said gun violence?
Yes.
Okay. Let's break it down into a simpler.
All right, so let me respond to JT. Yes, he is pushing gun violence and having need. You could switch those two words out and it still be the same. Be the same goddamn sentiment of the paragraph. And it is okay for us to just be honest with what the man was pushing. The man was pushing out. It's
Go ahead.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Matter of opinion.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
let's reframe the sentence in a way that it makes maybe more sense.
Yeah.
I think it's worth to have the cost, unfortunately, of some crypto laws every single year so that we can have the right to trade in crypto. That's a prudent deal. Is that pushing bankruptcy?
No, that's not pushing bankruptcy.
Okay. So
Hold up a second.
I mean,
Hold up a second. Jacob is in the back. He actually paid for the link to join the stream. Jacob, I'm gonna bring you up, but let's make sure we be respectful to the platform. And actually, when it's time, I'll call you in to jump in when it's time for you to jump in. Okay, Jacob. All right, go ahead, baby.
did Jacob come on camera?
Jacob Rowe, you there? You got to come off mute, G.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you
Okay,
come on camera
sure.
real quick just so we can make sure you ain't no corn cob bomber?
We got the banner up, so nobody's gonna see your face.
Nobody's ain't gonna see you.
Jacob, can you come off mute?
Yeah, I got you. Hang on.
Okay, cool.
Oh, he's coming on camera. Okay, I'll take the banner down when he comes on. But so
All
this
right,
is the thing,
go ahead.
Sharon. I mean, ultimately, if you feel that that's pushing gun violence, you have the right to feel that way. Okay. All right, Jacob, you're good. You can turn your camera off now. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's cool that people disagree, right? But this is the conundrum in today's society and how people are reacting to Charlie Kirk's death. Most of us, the majority, shout out to Hamp, the majority of us feel that is not pushing gun violence. It's making a statement of fact. And then there are some people that feel, the minority, that is pushing gun violence and that he deserved to die. The unfortunate aspect of it is the minority that feel that way are also conflating a whole bunch of other talking points that we have spent a large part of today debunking and putting into context, just like the quote that we just looked at right now, where he's talking about a armed citizenry. So you can give up your right to have guns and just live in a police state where the police and law enforcement, the army, are in control of your safety and you have no option to protect yourself. I want all the Black people, especially that have illegal, unregistered guns, to go to the police station right now and turn in their guns, because that is pushing gun violence. What are your thoughts on that, Sharon?
If they don't want to push gun violence, then yeah, they should listen to what you just said.
No, okay, so this is the thing, right?
The thing is, I'm not talking about what my personal opinion is. I'm talking about what that man is saying.
Right, but this is the thing.
Oh,
If you
okay.
have a problem, you're talking about what that man is saying as if, and from a contextual place, that you have a problem with what that man is saying. So, intentionally or unintentionally, what you are broadcasting is that you have a problem with gun violence and you have a problem with guns.
No, what I'm saying is that I have a problem with people just not being honest about what this man been saying and pushing out into the forefront. We could just be honest about what he's pushing. He was not pushing peace. So this is where I guess we are confused about what I'm actually saying. He was not pushing any peace. He was pushing for divisiveness in our country. He was not this goddamn uh saint that people are trying to paint him out to be. Just call a spade a spade. The
Okay,
truth is the truth. And
let's
that is
go.
what I'm talking to. I'm not talking to that I even like or dislike him. I'm just saying what he said and what he was pushing out there into the world. That is what I'm talking about. For a very long time, he's been getting pushback. Long, like when was that when he did the DEI shit? That was about
Do
like
you have a
5, 6
gun?
years ago. So again, like he's been getting pushback for a very long time because he say a lot of vile things comes out of his mouth. Those are his words.
Well, again, that DEI, I suggest you watch my live stream earlier because y'all's thoughts about the pilot and what he said, he was actually reacting and having a conversation about the New York Times article. And he did also pull up with receipts. And I did also pull up a deck from a college university, an aviation collegiate university, where they pulled up the true stats of the push to get women and people of color into aviation and the lack of desire from women and people of color. So what he was talking about then, he was making a statement of fact. But I'm going to ask you a question and I'm going to just call a spade and cut to the chase. Sharon Bracey, do you have a gun? Do you believe in your Second Amendment rights?
I ain't having that conversation.
Hmm.
Look,
What
see
about the
now
second
that
part of it?
hold on, JT.
Good,
So
good question.
so this is the thing. Do you believe in the Second Amendment rights? Yes, that's a yes or no.
Yeah, I do.
So if you believe in the Second Amendment right, if you use your Second Amendment rights, if you participate in self-defense or use Castile doctrine, uh, is that you pushing violence or is that you defending yourself and participating in your God-given rights under the Constitution of the United States of America?
That is not me pushing gun violence. So if I was out
Oh,
here, if I was out here with, and I'm saying that, hey, this is what's got to happen so we can maintain our Second Amendment. That is pushing it, right? So if I'm just go out there and living my life to protect my family, that's not me pushing out the Second Amendment. That's me using the things that is lawful to me.
so everybody
Those are
wants
two
to.
different things, and so that's why this is what I'm trying to get to understand, that he was pushing something, right, versus people that is expressing their Second Amendment rights as a American citizen. Those are two different things. He is a person that don't just have an opinion. He has a movement. He has a political party, damn near. He gets people elected. So we cannot say his opinion is the same as just Joe Schmo on the panel. He is not.
You're right.
Exactly.
He's the one. Hold on, JT. You're right. He's the one that has enough stones and cojones to actually fight for you to maintain your Second Amendment rights. Do you know how long 2A has been an issue in politics? Do you know they want to take away your right to bear arms? They want to take away your right to live your life and defend your family by sitting there and saying, well, gun deaths are so high every year that it's a problem. That's literally where the conversation was steeped in. He was at a symposium talking about helping American citizens maintain their Second Amendment right. So it wasn't about pushing violence. It was about maintaining the status quo and not further defaming the Constitution of the United States of America, because they were very actively trying to push an amendment to make sure that American citizens don't have the right to bear arms. Right now, if you smoke weed and you have a weed card, guess what? You forfeit your constitutional rights to bear arms. If you've
Right,
ever
because you're not
gone
so
to, Mhm.
right, because you're not supposed to be intoxicated. You can't go inside bars. There's a lot of things you can't do when you get this when you exercise that right. You can't even go to municipal situation. There's a lot of things that you gotta be aware of, and you can get your gun taken because you are not paying attention to all the situations that you have to abide by in these streets. So he could have went plenty of different ways, then pushing out people need to die so we can keep our Second Amendment. This is the problem that I'm saying. He could go with education. He could go with love. He could go with that, hey, we do need to protect ourselves so we could protect our family. He could have went with a lot of different ways other than saying that people unfortunately let me make sure I say it correctly, because have to die. So that's what is the issue. This is what I'm saying. So his mentality was not about peace and harmony and protection. He was not about protection. He was about action.
But by saying that, you agree with him.
We acting as if we don't understand his words, what he is saying, and that is the problem I have. If we're gonna deal in truth, just deal in the truth of what the words that this man been using. That's all. I haven't even said anything negative about the man. I'm just trying to go by what he's been saying.
So my question is, by saying that, you agree with him, right?
Yes, that's what I was just about to say, Will. He's complicit. If he said that he believes in the Second Amendment rights, then he's complicit in his agreement with him. Because at the end of the day, we already know that people still die of what? Gun violence, accidental deaths by guns, all these different things. Those are acceptable losses. And you said that you believe in the Second Amendment rights, and you agree with him if you do. At the end of the day, if that's what it is, whether you do or you don't own a gun, you agree with him, period.
Okay. I don't again.
So,
Again, this is what I'm saying. Like,
hold on, Sharon.
It's like y'all just trying to argue again. I said this is what that man has said. I never
because he said it.
I agree. Disagree with the man. What I'm trying to point out is that the man is not peaceful the way how he communicates whatever he's trying to push out to.
Excuse me, I said please hold on.
If you believe it.
Hold on. God damn it. So according to Sharon, that's pushing violence. Sharon is entitled to feel like that is pushing violence. Everybody that believes in the Second Amendment rights, y'all are pushing violence.
That's not what I'm saying.
Moving right along. We can change it now. We can
literally move it. We can move it forward.
Yep.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you could push for the Second Amendment without pushing for gun violence.
Baby, if he agrees with Charlie Kirk's statements, then what Charlie Kirk said was not wrong. He just said it out loud. Am I wrong or am I right?
You're right.
Right. Okay, so hold on.
Okay, so wait. No, Sharon, I wasn't even talking to you. Hold on. No, Sharon, don't try to clean it up. I'm
not cleaning anything up. I'm saying the same thing.
Go ahead, Sharon. Tell me how you don't believe in the Second Amendment rights, which you believe in, which I believe in, which everyone believes in. Which Charlie, hold on. You said because he is
so you trying to make me have a argument that I'm not talking about. So it never was the argument. That never was the argument about the Second Amendment. The argument was about how he pushes out gun violence. And I'm telling you that you can push for the Second Amendment. You can push for the Second Amendment without saying people have to die for you to have your Second Amendment. That's my issue with how he presented his statement.
This is absolutely absurd. His entire existence was engaging in discussion in order to prevent violence. That's what he said. I don't know how many times. His entire message, his entire shtick was that we must engage in discussion because if we stop talking, then violence starts. I don't know how many goddamn times he said that.
That man also said that certain Democrats should lose their life. He said these words, man. I don't understand. Like, why we acting like we don't understand what this man been saying?
Yeah,
he said it himself.
I'm glad you said that.
These words.
Wait.
All I'm saying is this. that man. You should use that man's words, not
Got
what
you.
you believe in
I
him, not
refuse.
because you
I
think he's a
refuse.
Hold
good
on,
guy,
Valhalla.
not because you
This
think he's a
nonsense.
good father, and all these other things. Just go
Hold on.
by what the man is
So,
saying. This
got
man
you.
was not about peace, and it's okay
Got
that
you.
he wasn't about peace.
Okay, cool, no problem. Sharon, I'm with you. So Destiny earlier today, about 23 hours ago, Destiny put out a statement that said that Trump deserved the bullet instead of Charlie Kirk. Is that violence?
Yes.
Okay, so you would condemn Trump. I mean, you would condemn Destiny for saying that Trump deserved a bullet or that he should have died.
I was no, so I'm not. Again,
God damn it!
So what I would
Would
say,
you
so what I would
condemn
say,
him
what I
or
would,
not?
what I would
That's
say, what
crazy.
I would say. No, because you keep trying to making an argument for me that I'm not saying. So again, if that
You're
man
talking
Destiny
about
is,
violence.
I would say that man Destiny is violent. He is pushing for violence. That's what I would
He
say
is. I agree
about
with
that
that.
guy Destiny.
100%
He
agree
is
with
pushing for violence by saying somebody should get shot. So that's what I would be saying to him.
Oh my God, he's
Okay. So if
I don't
if
understand what's
somebody,
the.
no, wait, I'm with you. So let me,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
riding with you. I'm riding with you now. So we're only going after Charlie Kirk for what he said in this one particular instance
That's
about
not
what
even-
he said
At
about
this moment, yes.
Okay, so we're
There we
not,
go.
you're not arguing your perspective because don't take no offense to this. Your perspective doesn't matter. You only care about what he said because you want to hold him accountable for what he said. So let's all play along and hold Charlie Kirk accountable for what he said. Charlie Kirk didn't say shit wrong about the Second Amendment, or the fact of the matter is that there is going to be a loss of life in some degrees, face, shape, form, or fashion, because it still is a right of all of us as Americans. Here's how I imply it. Guess what? If you take away our guns, all you're going to do is bring more violence. If you take away our ability to be able to talk to each other in civil discourse, then violence is going to happen. So can we all agree, and Sharon, I'm asking you, can we agree that the statement was not pushing violence? The statement was pointing out the fact that if we stop talking, we start shooting. Could you agree?
I don't know how to really answer that question because
Wow.
of what the fuck you saying wow for? Because of the current situation that we are talking about. This man literally, he did all those things. He was pushing out conversations and still something violent happened to him. So I gotta really process those words because he attempted to practice talking. And
Sir, we
violence
practice
happened. So
we practice and talk violence in the black community every day. Should we say that the black community should be deleted from the face of the earth too?
but I never said he. So again, that's what I'm saying. You making me trying to push out statements that I have not said. So
Okay, cool. Fine, you're right.
you know
You can't
what I'm
answer.
saying? So I didn't
got
push.
you.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
got
push
He
that.
can't answer him.
No problem. I got you. You can't answer that.
No,
Jacob,
because I'm not
pay,
pushing those narratives.
I got you.
I'm
I
not
got
pushing
you.
those.
And I'm not asking you to. Jacob, you paid for the link. You up here. What's up, Jacob? What you got for us?
Okay, so I think that Sharon's wrong, and it's as Charlie's comments towards the Second Amendment. I think what he says is absolutely preposterous. So he didn't have a chance to defend or expand on what he said. So I think what we have to do is take it at face value and take each word and analyze it. So when you go through it, he says it is unfortunately. Now with unfortunately, there is some reluctancy as to, he says, it's not okay, but it's what we have to do. So unfortunately, there are going to be some gun deaths, or unfortunately, there may be some gun deaths. So he's not saying that there has to be. He just said, unfortunately, it may happen.
No, he didn't say may. So now y'all gonna correct them?
Okay, but he didn't say
He
have to.
didn't say may. So no, I want
I
that.
just want
But
him
he
to
didn't
finish.
say have
Hold-
to.
I just want him
Say
to
have
finish.
to
though.
either.
Hold on. No, that's what y'all told me because I can't read it.
Okay, Jacob,
I
you
want
can't.
him to
Okay, Jacob,
finish.
hold on, wait, Jacob, you can't use the word may. We have to use the statement as it says. I
Okay,
think
thank
it's
you.
what. Well, a matter of fact, no, because this
No.
wasn't even this wasn't even the
No.
full statement. Baby, pull in the clip where we can actually get his actual words so we can hear him verbatim per what he said. Because even what he
Focus
said
on
on
the
stage.
unfortunate part of the sentence.
No,
Not
don't-
the sad word.
Hey
Don't worry
Val,
about that.
especially don't focus on the word prudent either.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
apparently.
Right.
Let's
Let's
focus
not
on
apparently-
let's not focus on that
That's
one.
a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the message.
You will
Just
never
get hung
live in a
up on
society
on
where you have
goddamn
an armed
adverb.
citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is not
100%. It's preposterous.
Now we heard it.
We won't have gun deaths or any deaths because if you look in the UK, okay, look at the UK. There's no guns there, but how many people die to knives every year? It's like 16,000 people die to knives every year. It's just people, not people. I want to say, but we can evil people will find a way to commit crimes. It's just how it is. They will find a way, whether it's knives or it's crossbows or bowing. They will find a way to do it. So taking
more
away
people
this,
die in this country from another person's hands and feet than they do from another person using a firearm.
We should cut off everybody's hands and feet.
Stop it. That's just pushing violence. Sharon is not saying cut off everybody's hands and feet. If you say it, you're pushing violence. Okay, listen.
30,000 firearm deaths in this country a year. If you reduce self-inflicted, it goes down to 10K.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to get into it, most of that is in the top 10 Democrat cities in the country, right? If you take out those top 10 cities,
that's not true.
Hey, Sharon, we allowed you to speak without any interruption. So can you please let us speak without interruption, please?
No, not if you're gonna lie.
Okay, just
what did I lie about?
Okay,
wait a goddamn minute, Sharon. Now you said you said even if people lie, let them finish saying they did.
No, that's not what I said, Robbie.
That's what you said.
Robbie, hold on.
You said even if I'm lying, let me finish.
That's what I said. Even if I'm lying, because
only you can lie.
Exactly, because just because you think I'm lying doesn't mean that I'm actually lying. But what he just said,
because you think Jake is lying,
hold on. What he just said was an actual lie that we could all look up and we could see it for ourselves.
What did I lie about, please?
I like Jacob. Jacob pays attention. Go ahead,
dude. Jacob's cool in my book.
Okay, let's analyze this, okay? Because Val's right. So when it comes down to gun deaths, about 20,000 of them are suicide. It's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. Now, does that involve me having a gun in my home? But there's a ton of other factors that go along with that. I think that, part of it could be, they need to get in therapy and they didn't have a chance to, or they needed some help and they didn't have a chance to get that help. Now, when we come down to the last 10,000, we're looking at a lot of how many people die from gang violence a year? Too many.
No.
500 people a week in Chicago.
What you mean?
So hey, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Before we go any further, hey, whatever platform y'all are watching on, please make sure y'all are double tapping the screen to like the stream. Make sure y'all supporting the show by hitting the super chat, and make sure y'all are subscribing. Please, by any means, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all support whatever content creator you are watching, because we are bringing y'all content and y'all are watching. So please make sure y'all support. All right, go ahead, Jacob.
Wait.
So you don't have to ask us a question. How many people die from gang violence a year?
Hey, niggamaniacs, niggas. Wait a minute.
So it's around about 7,000 to 9,000, somewhere in that range.
What? No, absolutely not.
Wait a minute. Sharon, when you say gang violence, are you talking about black people?
Yes, he is. Because Sharon already said that he believes that things are black people.
No, I don't know. I'm talking about gang violence.
Oh, what is gang violence? No matter of fact, hold on, let me answer that question. Jacob, Jacob, when you hear the word gang violence, you know what? Let's just let him clarify. What gangs are you talking about?
Okay, so gang violence can be anywhere from any gang within a certain neighborhood, or it can be like with the cartels, or with any gangs involved in really Chicago, Kansas City, Memphis, all those cities that they need help.
Hey, Cellulite, what cities did he name?
Chicago, Memphis. He said Chicago, Memphis, Kansas.
Hey, look, I hate that.
Sharon, Sharon, you're about to prove a point. Because just because he named cities which have black people, you think he's talking about black people. Sharon, do you want to prove that you think that he's a racist?
I'm not saying he's a racist, but I know that he's following. I know he's following behind things that other people that he heard other
How do
people
you
say,
know? Did you
and
ask him?
he actually
But did you ask him?
believed
Did you ask him?
that gang
But did
violence
you ask
deaths.
him?
Hey,
But
hold
did you
on.
ask
He
him?
actually
But
hold
did
on.
you
So
ask him?
hold on.
Now
I
you're
don't
being
have to.
petty.
Hold on.
Did
Now
I
you
you're
don't have
being
ask
to.
him?
petty.
I don't.
Now you're
Hold on. I
being
don't have
petty.
to ask somebody when they
Yes,
are
you do.
talking to.
No,
No,
you
I
do
don't.
have
I
to
don't
ask.
need.
Yes, you do.
Hold
You have
on.
to
Let
ask
me.
him because
You're
you
making
I
are
don't
going
have
unfair
to.
to.
assumptions.
You can
Hold
only
on.
lean on your
So
only. You can only
I don't
no,
have to.
no.
The reason
I
why
don't,
I don't have to ask him, son.
We've been waiting on these.
Around like 500 people died in
sir,
Chicago, bro. Hold
sir,
on,
sir.
hold on. Please let me
Full
just explain
infliction
to you
no,
so you can
no,
understand
there's
me.
no explaining. We're not going to move forward until we ask Jake. Jake, when you said Memphis, Chicago, and Kansas, who were you talking about?
There's not a who. There's no set racial, minority that does it. There's a number of races involved. It just to call it one race is absurd. It's
Okay.
not because it involves white people, Mexicans, black people, everybody. There's even Asian gangs. So to call it one group of people is preposterous.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sharon, do you understand he's not specifically talking about black people?
He can say that if he wants to. Fine. So
But
Wait,
you're going to say,
I'm
but you're going
accepting
to
it.
say he's talking about black people.
Hold on, I'm accepting it. I said that's what he said. Then fine, I'm accepting what he said. I don't understand. I'm accepting what the man said. I didn't challenge the man at all.
Wait, Sharon.
What what is going on?
Watch this, Sharon.
I didn't challenge the man.
Sharon, prior to me asking him who was he talking about, who did you think he was talking about?
I didn't care who he was talking about. Let me explain. Hold on. Let me explain. I didn't care what he's talking about because the death rates of gang violence
we can talk
is
about
not.
who he
It
was
doesn't
talking
even.
about.
The death rates in gang violence don't make sense, right? Because in Chicago, I believe it's about 500 people that died in Chicago altogether.
What?
Week,
Yeah, I believe about like 500 people in Chicago.
There was like 500 people like last week died.
Wait,
like,
so
over,
I'm
like,
glad
Memorial Day
you
weekend or some shit.
Wait,
Got
I'm glad you said it. You said 500 people died in Chicago, so that means Chicago's not safe.
Got shot, maybe they didn't all
Right,
die.
so no,
like
not if we're gonna go by per capita, the way how everybody loves to talk about per capita is roughly around 3 million people in that
so 500 shootings, 500 shootings, it's still safe.
Yes, that is safe compared to 3 million.
True.
Yes.
That's preposterous to say that. That is just
all right. So
wait a minute. How many did you say?
I said I believe it's around like 500.
Okay. So you're telling me if I'm in a 30-mile radius, of 30 square miles, and 500 people, there's 500 shootings in that 30 square miles, I'm safe.
Just don't go to O
Block. Yes, if it's out of 3 million, yes.
Okay, so wait, hold on a second.
Okay, listen, you gotta listen.
You take your white ass to O Block. They gonna beat your ass.
Just listen to me for a second. In a 30 square mile radius, you're saying that if there's 500 shootings in that 30 square mile radius, I'm safe.
No, not 500
I'm not asking
shootings.
per capita. I'm asking for square miles.
Not 500 shootings. I ain't say 500 shootings.
So let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about real numbers because y'all are.
People.
Hold on.
Resla, did you send Tom the link?
I sent it to Kai.
I don't. He doesn't answer me, but I did.
Yeah, and I sent it to Kai too. But the breakdown of recent firearm deletions in 2023 was 13.7 deletions per 100,000 people. The numbers break down further by intent. There were 7.6 gun self-deletions per 100,000 people, and there were only 5.6 gun deletions by 100,000 people, a decrease from the prior 2 years. So that means for the whole year, only 560,000 people were deleted by a gun. Again, there's how many?
Hold on. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying, if you don't mind. You saying that 500 is it throughout the whole country or
throughout the whole country? Yes.
500,000 throughout the country.
Yes, throughout the whole country. Now let's look at the
and
population.
That's compared to 330 million human beings.
Wait. 500,000 people you're saying were what?
560,000 people were deleted by a gun in 2023.
23.
2023, the population of the United States of America was 334.9 million.
All right,
Deleted?
so now what is the percentage of that?
Deleted.
What's the percentage of that?
Hold on, I'm about to do. It's a nominal.
Those numbers aren't right. That number's not accurate. There's no
What number
way
isn't accurate?
500,000 deletions by guns. There's no way that's accurate.
Okay,
that's
well
not
now I'm going to share the screen because y'all are playing in my face.
But what's the percentage? What's the percentage? What is that percentage of?
So we're going to zoom all in so that y'all can see. Now this
is people a year.
This is a U.S. gun deletion rate per 100,000 people, right? Per year. It was higher in 74. It was 16.3. In the 90s, it was 14.5 to 15. 2000 to 2014, it was below 10.5. 2019 to 2023, it was 13.6. 2021, it was 14.6. 2022, it was 14.2.
2000
per 100,000.
You saying
per 100,000?
I can't see.
Yeah.
Per 100,000.
No, you're fine. Per 100,000 in 2023, it was 13.7. Right? It breaks down further.
So you said you did the math, or they did the math?
They did the math. I'm telling you what it is. What is 5.6 times 100,000? That is 560,000 people. I know y'all could do math as much as y'all count money around here and hit the Cash App and hit the super chat.
Hang on. So what that means is it's by the you don't time it by 100,000 people. So what that is you 100,000.
You got to do the population.
Yeah. You got to divide the population by 100,000, which is about 500 million people roughly. But divided by 100,000, that's what.
I don't think
50?
we're quite that much.
50-ish.
I think
right.
So we're about 330 million.
Okay.
The population in the United States in 2023 was 334.9 million.
Now divide that by 100,000. Divide that by 100,000.
335 million divided by 100,000
is 30, 35 or something like that.
3350.
Okay.
3350.
Now you times that by 5 point whatever.
By whatever. It was
5.6. 5.6 was deletions.
So that should be like 5,000.
18,760.
Thank you.
So even lower. Great. Even lower.
That checks out. 18,760.
Okay. Right, so 18. So now when you compare that to the goddamn population, it's not even worth an argument.
Wow.
It's not.
Okay. So
Wait a goddamn minute. Hold on a minute. Sharon, Price.
Ooh, baby. Let's go, Robbie. I don't play no games, girl.
No, Sharon, you got the wrong wow.
Yeah, that's not it. You was the one talking about pushing. You was mad at old boy for pushing gun violence when he just said that things were prudent. He was saying things that it was acceptable losses when we have to deal with it. And then you turn around after stating how much he was pushing and you didn't like his statement to say that 18,000, that's nothing to blink at. You crazy.
So hold on. So JT said this is a problem. I can't follow the conversation. What we are talking about right now. Hold on. Hold on. What we're talking about is I don't know what's his name, but he brought into the gang violence situation, right? And so now when we bring in this whole gang violence that people try to make it seem like Chicago is not safe and all these things, the amount of deaths that is happening by just gun violence and all, it is not worth an argument to be pushing to say that a community is not.
So then Charlie Kirk.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Every time I make a point, y'all get emotional. Hold it together, fellas.
No. Let me say this.
Why are you so emotional?
No, listen. Let me say this.
Boy, I want to know.
Come on, bro. Come on. Let's be because I'm going to.
All right, then. So let me finish saying a statement. You talking about? Let's be honest. You won't let me finish a word.
The same thing, dog. You made your statement.
Well, stop interrupting. I won't have to say the same damn thing.
Let me just say this. For you to say what you're saying, Sharon, you just sat back and contradicted yourself 100%, homie. This is how you did it. You were sitting back saying that the gun violence that he was pushing, when he was stating, because you're not following what he's saying, you're not understanding what he's saying. The shit is an acceptable loss, but that's at the cost of us keeping our Second Amendment rights. You're saying that's pushing violence. So when you're talking, damn the damn the damn gang violence, we're talking about deaths by guns. You said, well, okay, that ain't nothing. That's nothing compared to the people we have, which means that you're saying that that's an acceptable loss.
No, I'm not saying that. No. Okay, so now I see where we crossing, we misunderstand each other. No, I'm not saying that's an acceptable loss. What I'm saying is that when you hear these people talking about gang violence and this gun violence and how dangerous our neighborhoods are, these people, we do per capita, they are full of shit. We are not the violent ones in America, is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand.
Did he just move the
Stop
goalposts?
allowing, I did not move the goalposts. You just don't understand. I'm trying to get you to understand what I'm saying. As I don't understand.
When you I understand. Sharon, don't worry about it.
I'm trying to get you to understand. I'm trying to get you to understand my point of view of what I'm trying to actually say, but y'all keep trying to paint a narrative of something else of what I'm saying. I'm not saying what you are saying, and I'm trying to clarify what I'm actually saying. But when I do it, you tell me I'm not saying it.
So
Again, for the umpteenth time,
and make sure you clarify we. Make sure you clarify we too.
No, I ain't gonna clarify no goddamn we.
Because you want to separate black people from the whole. So when you say we, who are you talking about?
I'm talking French. So
nigga, get the fuck, Sharon. Don't try to make this a black and white people thing.
Excuse
Don't
me,
do that.
can I just say my point because
that's disingenuous. Go ahead.
I'm not being hold on. No, I'm not. No, the problem is that we are not following the conversation. Y'all keep moving it to try to get me. I don't know why. I've been holding on my point, standing my ground, and saying that what Charlie was pushing out was violence. Regardless of, it's not about the Second Amendment at all. Now we went all the way to we went all the way to gang violence, and now we understand that gang violence is not as important as these people try to push. This is the issue that he was having. This is why so many people have pushback for Charlie Kirk, because he was pushing out false narratives.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead. Oh, so Charlie's last question before he was shot was, are you counting or not counting gang violence?
I believe that's what he said, yes.
Okay, so this minimal number of people who suffers from violence from guns, counting or not counting gang violence, is that attributed towards black people? Wait, before you answer, let me put you on the solo screen. Go ahead.
Black people in that situation? Yeah, black people's in that.
Get the fuck out of here.
So anyway, but I was gonna
I don't understand. So
I promise y'all, I don't want to have the turn off my microphone, but I'm
we talking about that. Hold on, we talking about Charlie's. We talking about Charlie's words, right? That person that was that he was having a conversation with, he was talking about school shootings. So if he was talking about school shootings, why?
Sharon, but it's my turn to speak. Hold on a moment.
Thank God.
Thank you. Okay. So the number is actually smaller than what we said. I put a link in the back chat for those that are up here on the panel. Y'all can read it. Go to the bottom paragraph. In 2023, 53% of the 13,529, remind you, population 334.9 million. So of the 13,529 U.S. gun deletions and non-negligent manslaughters for which data is available, guns, sometimes referred to as assault weapons, were involved in 4% of firearm deletions, and shotguns were involved in 1%. Oh no! So what's 4% of 13,000?
It's around Hang on. I'll look at it.
520.
So if Charlie Kirk says, let me put it back up here so we can make sure that we got it correct. I think it's worth to have the cost of, unfortunately, 532 gun deletions every single year. So the 334.9 million people can have the Second Amendment right to protect our other God-given rights. That's a prudent deal. That's not pushing gun violence. That's a matter of fact. Good night.
Good night, baby. Sharon, go ahead.
Good night.
Sharon, you still there?
Yeah,
You off mute?
I believe so.
Okay, cool.
You get me?
Yeah. So
Yep.
Your comments, please.
About what?
So only 520 calculated deaths
Hey, look.
are the
Hey,
result.
so when I brought up that number, y'all was talking to me like I was crazy. Sharon, are you crazy? I was the first one to say it was around like
I got
500,
you.
right?
Gotcha.
And
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand like this is what I'm trying to. I'm just talking about the truth of the numbers. It doesn't matter if it's against me or for me. I'm just talking about the truth of the numbers. For some reason, people have a problem with just being honest about what we are seeing and what we are assessing because they like a person or they dislike a person. I don't really care either way. I'm just assessing what the person is saying, and I'm trying to assess it to see if it's good or bad, if it's peaceful or is it violent. And what that man was using was violence to push out a agenda. And
I'm trying to find the
that's the
push.
issue that I have. That's the
There's
only
none.
issue that I have
I'm
with him.
trying
The
to find the
entire
push.
reason that I jumped on this stream was because you're
and then I
spewing
talk
false
to y'all. I just start
nonsense.
talking. I
Charlie
don't
Kirk's
Trying to get the
message was
push.
not
I
Trying to
don't
about
really
violence.
get it.
He's
I'm
this
just
stuff.
trying to get my
This
point
dude's not a
across.
Okay,
I just want to get my point
hang on, Sharon.
across.
Sharon,
Nobody
just hang
cares.
on
Your
for a
point's
second.
stupid, bro.
Okay.
Nothing about Charlie
See,
Kirk's
and this
message
is the problem
violence
right there.
or
See, and this
pushing
is
violence.
when it turns into
Keep talking, man.
violence.
It doesn't
This is
matter.
when it turns into
There's
violence
nothing-
right there. This is
There's
how you know
nothing
that
Jerome,
he.
about
for a
his
This is how
message
you
that
know
was
for a
violent.
fact that this
His
man
entire
and Charlie, they were
message
not about
was to
being
prevent
anything peaceful.
violence.
He's trying
Okay.
to use
Jerome,
words that is provoking
just
me,
hold
right?
on,
He
hang
want to
on.
provoke
So
this
Jerome,
it's
into
violence.
for a second.
Nobody's trying
he
to
want to
provoke
provoke
you.
it
I think
into
you
a
probably
violent
need-
discourse. Why would you want to do that? Why would
Okay,
you want to
just
disrespect me and I
listen.
haven't disrespect nobody
just
on this
listen.
panel, even though we having a heated
Because you're
conversation? We
spewing
have
guilt.
not disrespected nobody yet, but yet this man
This
want to call me
instant
stupid because I have a difference of
anything
opinion
is
possibly
evil
than him.
based on
That
this
is not.
planet.
I
And
thought
sir,
you
I
was a
believe
Charlie
that you are
Kirkian. I
evil. I
thought
believe
the
that you are
Charlie
speaking
Kirkians was
evil
peaceful.
because you
Be a
can't
peaceful
believe
man.
it.
Be like
There's
Charlie
no way you
Kirkian.
can believe the nonsense that you're saying because it doesn't make a damn bit of sense. And truth shall prevail, and evil will always slither
Yes,
back
you are
into the
evil
dark.
man. I can see it in your, I can hear it in your voice. I can see it in your goddamn eyes.
Okay.
I can see it in that dusty ass beard that you are
Dusty?
evil man and you doing evil shit because guess what? I didn't violate nobody on this panel. I've been
Jerome,
having
I
a
got a
tough
question.
conversation with my
But
peoples
you are saying
and
that
everybody
you're
on this
evil.
panel was my people, I thought, and we having a strong conversation without throwing no insults. And that is how you have a conversation. You don't start throwing insults and you
Damn,
provoke
Jerome,
violence.
just
That
hang
is
on, man.
that is exactly
Violence.
the
I'm
issue.
speaking
This
truth.
is exactly
That's what I'm doing.
the
So
issue
when
when
you-
you start
Charlie
trying to
Kirk
So
talk
here,
over
let me
somebody
be the
while they're
host.
talking.
Let me
And
be the
people
host.
killed
Let me
him
hold on. Let me be
because
the
he
host.
spoke truth.
Let me be the host for a second. Sharon, do you feel offended because he said your perspective was stupid?
I feel that is a violent act.
But by saying that your perspective is stupid, okay. Now, Valhalla, he is offended. He is
I
offended
don't give a
because
fuck, Will. I don't give a fuck. I was in the goddamn infantry. If you want to know violence, sir, I can tell you stories of true violence. I have trained MMA for a decade, probably 2 decades of my life. I can train you in the arts of violence. Words that come out of my mouth are not violence. Words that come out of Charlie Kirk's mouth are not violence. You all need to grow the fuck up and get over your petty bullshit because we're tired of it, man. We're tired of this left-wing garbage nonsense where we have to accept the fact that you shit in a litter box. I'm fucking over it, man. All you furries can get fucked. The trans nonsense. There's two genders, y'all. There's goddamn two genders. Stop speaking evil, Sharon. You're speaking evil. Leave it the fuck alone, bro. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
And this, you good there? And so this is where we know that it is an issue, like, because none of my words said any of those other things that he said. I ain't no leftist. I ain't no furry. I ain't no T person. I ain't none of those things that you're saying. So, and people just cannot have a conversation towards the topic is the issue.
Yeah,
I'm staying focused. I'm doing my best. This is wild.
Okay, just
I'm addressing the man.
So
I'm addressing the man. Can I? Is it okay? Can I address the bearded man? Can I address him?
Mister,
God
I'm listening.
damn
I'm gonna
it.
go grab a beer. I'm
well,
listening.
hold on. Before we. Well, he said he's going to get a beer.
He's listening to you. He's
listening.
No, he doesn't have.
Clearly, y'all don't want me to talk to the goddamn man.
No,
want us to stay in violence. We finally got to a point where we can have a conversation with each other.
I'm telling you, he can hear you because his beer refrigerator isn't that far.
Well, you shut your ass up and let me talk to his ass.
Motherfucker, I'm the goddamn host. Goddamn, I can motherfucker you because everything that you have been saying tonight has literally been bullshit.
Here we go with the bullshit. Here we go with the bullshit. I've been having a nice,
I apologize.
cordial conversation. I haven't disrespected
you know what?
nobody.
Wait, Sharon, as a man, let me do this. You're right. I apologize. Everything that you have said tonight has not been bullshit. It just has a very strong smell of a dump that comes from a cow. I apologize.
Well, Lawrence not a bull. So, but here's the problem. Like, so when we having disagreements, we need to stay focused to the topic and stop trying to put ourselves into the conversation for no reason. Like adding furries and saying that I was doing something from the leftist side and all that. No, I was just talking about the man and his words and how he used them and how he's not peaceful. And my bearded brother over here at the bottom, he even proved it by he got so upset at the words that I used that he wanted to tell me how he's gonna whoop my ass because he got 10 years of whooping ass.
He didn't say he was gonna whoop your ass. That's not what he said. No. Like, stop. No, he did not. No, he did not. Let me speak to. No. Because you're gonna get out your feelings. He never said anything about.
Let me speak to Chris Benoit. Let me speak to Chris Benoit. We ain't gonna have a conversation.
Okay, wait, hold on, wait. Respectively, please don't do that.
At least give me like Ultimate Warrior or something.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I'm not going into too much detail, but respectfully, please don't do that.
What, Chris Benoit? Is it disrespectful?
Yeah, respect.
Okay, wait. Not because Valhalla's my brother, but because I know about his infantry detail. Respectfully, please don't do that.
I don't understand how that's disrespectful. I thought Chris Benoit.
I'll talk to you about it. Wait.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know a story about Chris Benoit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'll talk to you about it on the back. Val, you okay with me doing that? I'm not doing it on a public platform, but I'll talk to you about it in the back about why I don't like that. Okay, cool. All right, cool.
Yeah. No. What were you saying, Sharon? What were you saying?
He said he was gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah,
I promise you, I never threatened or meant to imply that in any fashion.
Your words is violence, Valhalla.
Absolutely,
words are not violent.
Sharon, I got a question for you, brother.
JT, your words.
So hold on, but we do know words are violent, right? So words can provoke because before every fight,
ludicrous.
Usually,
what you're saying is absolutely ridiculous.
I understand, so but hear me out. So the problem is usually words happen before the actual physical altercation. So people usually have words before they actually go into fisticuffs, right?
Depends
you
what
agree to have a fight usually. So words can be very provoking. We understand how you could provoke somebody into throwing a punch, or you could provoke somebody into getting into a fight with you or somebody else. It is very possible that words can produce violence.
Okay, but they're not violent. Okay, anyways.
They're not violent in themselves.
It's like, anyways. So, Sharon, I got a question for you. You say that Charlie Kirk, he spread around with his words. Give me three quotes.
Let's let
three
Jake
quotes
talk.
from him. Give me three quotes.
Hold on, Jake. Do me a favor. Lean into your mic because I could barely hear what you just said.
Come on, my bad. So, give me three quotes where Charlie Kirk was spreading violence. Quotes. That's all.
Why you want me to give you 3 quotes?
won't find
Because
one.
it's not true. But I mean, if you have 3 quotes, then I'll say
It's a
yes.
flat out lie.
Well,
Okay,
you said
so
that, you said he was pushing rhetoric of violence.
You said preaching.
Okay, so first of all, we got the first one with the whole, even though y'all might not agree, the gun violence situation. He also pushed out violence to say that the lefties, they need to go ahead and get shot and die in those type of situations. Where he's being facetious or not, people they take it.
I tell you what, that sounds exactly like Charlie Kirk. That's the best goddamn Charlie Kirk impression I've heard in about 5 years. That was amazing.
Also,
Oh,
he
that's
called
good.
he was having a discourse with a man. He called him out his name and called him a chink. He got up out his seat in a very going towards him. Security had to hold him back. Those are 3 things that is in a violent manner.
Did you just claim that Charlie Kirk called an Asian man? Did you? Was
A
he Asian?
cheek, yeah,
I
yeah.
added that part.
Yeah.
I added
Wait a
that
minute, I have to let y'all know.
part. Is this real? Is this
Hold
a
on, I
real
have to
claim, sir?
wait. I have to let y'all know. Sharon is right. Sharon, I'll even play the receipt for you.
You genuinely do hate conservatives, don't you?
Very much so. Like I've moved full on to like the political violence level or the real violence level when it comes to conservative people. Yeah, I think they need to be like excised from my fucking country. I think they are demonstrably fucking evil people by any moral system that most people would use. And then I just hate them because they tend to destroy the outcomes related to this country, which is what I'm concerned with. Yeah, absolutely.
And whoever that person, and whoever that person is. And
oh damn it! I played the wrong clip. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Destiny, bro.
I played the wrong clip. I played the clip of someone who actually was calling for the death of a certain group of people. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oops.
I don't understand. So what we saying? I don't get what we're saying. So yeah, that person is saying some violent stuff. He's saying some very violent stuff as well.
My bad. I played the wrong clip. My bad. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me play.
Actually calling for violence.
Wait. Let me play.
I thought words wasn't violent. Hold on. I thought words wasn't violent.
Wait, let me play the correct
You
clip.
see how hold on before you play the new clip.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, stop. Wait, hold on. Whoever has Nursall in their chat, please block them.
Oh, I got you.
Thank you.
Son, I just want to say how full circle that came back around, how words can be violent.
Yeah, sure, it did.
That quickly. So no, I'm saying that when I was saying it again, when I was saying it and it didn't fit the narrative of what is actually happening. This is what I'm saying when we stray away from the truth. Right?
Yeah.
Because the
Call to violence is not the same thing as words.
It is not.
Do you understand that?
Well, hold on. I gotta play.
I can say all kinds
of
very
important,
horrible nonsense, and those aren't violent. But if I say, "Hey, group of my friends, you should all do these horrible and vile things," that is a call to violence.
Correct.
That is a very different situation.
Right, but regardless, what I'm trying to get at.
There's no but regardless.
No, yes, it is a regardless. So with regardless, words can, like I was saying earlier, my example was that lead to physical altercations, what I had said. And so y'all was trying to act like y'all disagree that words can lead to violence.
So
this is what just happened not too long ago. I literally said that.
And I literally said that it inspires violence, that they are not inherently violent.
Sharon, what we're doing
literally the words I was saying.
You're arguing a semantic for no reason.
Okay, but
oh my God.
Just listen. What we're doing is we're playing in your field right now. So we're looking for anything that could be violent. We're playing in your field. Do we disagree 100%? But we're playing in your court right now. That's why we're doing this.
No, you're not. If you was playing in my court, you'd be playing in the truth. But you're trying to paint narratives instead of just being honest.
Nobody's painting narratives.
Oh, he's
painting narratives.
Okay, I got you.
I need us to be honest with each other and say, hey, listen, words can be violent. Words can...
so wait, you're right. You're right. No, Sharon, you're right. We are let's deal with words that actually could be violent. Valhalla Awaits said, "Sir, I was in the infantry. If you want to know what violence is, I can show you what violence is. Is that a threat to you?"
Yes.
Oh my God, dude, what the fuck? That's not.
Yes, if you want to see violence, I could show you what violence is. That's a threat. Yes.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So if Valhalla was to get up right now and show you multiple bullet wounds on his body, which will be violence from him being in the army and fighting in the actual war, is that violence towards you, or is that him just showing you what violence look like?
If he was just to get up and show me, no, that's just showing. That
Okay,
just showing me what he's been
again,
through.
your claim to try to be violent
See,
is
I can answer
absolutely
questions very
subjective.
directly. I can answer questions very
Okay,
directly. If he was to
again,
show me that,
again,
oh, somebody's talking. I'm sorry.
your
Say it again,
claim
baby. Oh wait, hold on.
that those words were violent, it was subjective, absolutely subjective. It wasn't objective. It was subjective. It was based on an opinion. So you're making assumptions that are just not true.
No, no. Just because
Yes.
I'm a different, just because
Very
I'm a
much.
different man. No, it's not. No, just because I'm a different man than you, and how is a different man than me? It doesn't mean that what he was saying wasn't saying that. Hey, I could show you violence. Most people would take that in the way how he said it. Most people are not going to say he is taking. I should take that. Oh, he's going to show me that he got shot and stabbed before,
Again,
and that's how he's going to show
it
me
is
violence. But
subjective.
somebody said I could show you something. That is not. Come on, this is not show and tell. We know what it
Okay.
actually means when men say I could show you better than I tell you. Right. These are all
Okay,
sayings
so
that men use, and we
if
gotta
I
stop.
may,
We just
if
gotta
I
deal
may,
in.
before you
We
get
just
too
gotta
far
deal.
on this
We
goddamn
just
roller coaster,
we just gotta deal in
I
truth
can
of what is
promise
being
you
said.
that
That's all.
the general legal standard for something along the lines of fear or intimidation is a rational person's response. Okay.
Correct.
Now, I've never met you. I don't know your real name. You don't know my real name. I have
You
no
do know
idea
my
where
real
you
name.
are in the world. You have no idea where I am in the world. We've never had any kind of exchange ever before in the entire existence of time. And we've met one time through a internet connection on a screen. I don't think anybody rational minded would believe that that was a violent act.
And what he further said was that because he's been in MMA for 20 years, that he could show you MMA. But
Exactly.
I see you say a
I
lot of
believe
things.
what I actually raw to expound upon which real quick clarify, I guess. I don't believe I said I could show you violence. I think I said something along the lines of I could tell you stories.
I can tell you stories. I had about
You said
10,
no.
and
You
then
said
you
you
said
said
I
show
almost
me.
believe that's what I said.
years.
You did say tell stories based on
You
your.
said I could show. You said I could show you. It's okay. Like what I'm saying is this. I would never introduce. What I'm saying is this. I would never introduce.
Sharon, let me finish real quick. But as far as what you said about Charlie Kirk calling for the lefties to be shot, according to an X post that he put several months ago, he actually was speaking about assassination culture and how it's spreading on the left. How 48% of liberals say it would be at least somewhat justified to delete Elon Musk, and 55% said the same about Donald Trump. So in California, activists are naming ballot measures after Luigi Mangione. The left is being whipped into a violent frenzy. Any setbacks, whether losing an election or losing a court case, justifies a maximally violent response. The natural outgrowth of wing protest culture, tolerating violence and mayhem for years on end. The cowardice of local prosecutors and school officials have turned the left into a ticking time bomb. And he also put a graph. He said this months ago, and then he wound up being assassinated by the left because the person that assassinated him,
No. Don't do that.
the person
Yes.
He wasn't on the left.
Facts.
Yes, he was.
person that
Absolutely was. What?
Okay.
You can't possibly.
See, you know what I find funny? Whenever other people are talking, they don't want to be interrupted. The whole entire time I have participated in the show, when other people came on, see, when it was me, Will, JT, and Resla, we was having civil discourse. We were speaking back and forth, letting each other finish our thoughts, or we would be like, oh, excuse me, just let me say this really quickly, or whatever, and that was what it was. Now, back to what I was saying.
I love you,
The
Ross.
person that assassinated Charlie Kirk was a leftist, and he's involved with a transgender person that is a furry in the LGBTQIA. So subsequently, his previous posts months before he passed away were actualized by a leftist being extremely violent and being degenerative in the messages that he wrote on the bullets that he shot Charlie Kirk.
So we can't 100% declare that he was on the left. It's not like it's not 100% because he was registered as a non-bipartisan voter. So, are nonpartisan voters, which means he
According
doesn't
to
he doesn't prefer left or right. But when people were speaking out about him, is that
he said he was a lefty, according to the
everybody,
PDF.
well?
according to his parents, according to his.
Hang on. Okay, can I finish real quick?
Mhm.
So, but when people were talking about how him after he was caught was saying that he became political in the last few years. He was said that he hated Charlie Kirk and that him and a cousin or something like that, where they were talking about how they don't like Charlie Kirk and this and that. So to say that he was on the right is just not correct. I mean, saying that he's on the left is more true than saying that he was on the right. Did he come from a conservative family? 100%. But that does not mean that he was a conservative.
He was 100% a leftist. Just to
No,
clarify, he was 100% a leftist. His parents said that he's a leftist. His friend said that he's a leftist. Everybody that's been interviewed has said that he got political in the last couple of years and went hard left. He hated Charlie Kirk. He had a trans boyfriend. He was very involved in some leftist things, shall we say. He was a leftist.
His trans is doing the different way of doing the trans life thing. It's not a male to female. It's not female to male. It's whatever. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Free love. Everybody do what you want. Do what you want. Like, we're not.
I have no problem with that. For the record, I absolutely have no problem.
But 100%.
Grown ass adults can do whatever they want in their bedroom. I have no qualms about any of that.
110%.
However,
Just as long as it's not with a minor, do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
You want to up your butt. You want to electrocute your nipples. You want to wind up when sex took me to the ER. That's your business. Just don't put anything.
You had fun.
Have at it.
Yep.
It's the ooh, child.
Get it.
Robinson's mother explained that over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political and has started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented. She stated that Robinson began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father, who have very different political views. So if his father is conservative and Republican as fuck, what is a different political view from conservative and Republican as fuck?
So, well, not okay. Hang on, not necessarily, because you have different third parties. You have a Green Party, you have a Libertarian. So he could lean out of those ways, but he did lean more liberal, which is fine. I mean, you're allowed to do what you want. But to say, like I said, to say that he was on the right is just not correct. I mean, it's just not.
But let's be honest, bro. There's no extreme libertarians. Ain't nobody out here, and there's no green people that's for green and all of that stuff. That's extreme and shit.
Pretty good run of it.
And by the way,
these are one-offs. I'm talking about you got campuses of what I'm saying.
Jake, before you go, this is only 49 seconds. About the chink comment, that was about chink. That was about Sink Ugur.
Okay, you're trying to attack me.
Like
asking me what my salary is. Sure, I'll reveal it willingly.
You brought it up in context. I'm asking, why don't you live like a socialist?
Okay.
Go live like a
The point is larger. The point is larger than that, Charlie.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist.
He's talking to fucking Sink Ugur. That's not calling him disrespectful. That's not using a derogatory term. The man's name is Sink Ugur.
From the Young Turks. He's the owner of the Young Turks, Cenk Uygur.
This guy's first name, bro.
God damn.
Literally. That's not him being racist.
Uygur.
These cats just be making up shit, man, and just going with it.
So, boy, it's Sarai, if I call you a nigga, is that wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so it's wrong for you to call me a nigga, but it's wrong for Charlie Kirk to call a man by his name, and his
By
name
his first name
sound like an Asian derogatory term?
Damn, it was his name.
Legit his name.
So are you willing to walk back the statement that Charlie was actually, or that he was being violent by calling someone a derogatory term?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And you know what? I commend you and I appreciate you for doing that.
That's what's up.
I appreciate you for doing that.
Charlie's message was not of hate. It was not of violence. It was.
Now that's not
It
true.
was.
Okay, let's listen real quick. Okay,
Yeah, he
Charlie's
finished.
goal.
Let him finish, man. He didn't finish what he was saying, y'all. Come on, let's be respectful, y'all.
If
Come
you
on.
Well,
want to go ahead,
I want
technically,
you to
Jake
have
was
that
talking
same. I want
first.
you to have that same empathy for me too.
Technically,
Damn
Jake
you,
was talking
Sharon.
first. Technically,
Damn.
Jake, I cut Jake off. That's my bad. Technically, Jake
Yeah.
was talking first. Go ahead, Jake.
So I mean, we can go into a number of things, but when Charlie's message was not as of hate. So what he was trying to do is he was trying to challenge people's beliefs. Now, what that does is if you challenge your beliefs and you are success, and you are if you have a successful debate and you defend your beliefs get stronger in whatever you're debating. Okay, so he's not trying to spread violence. He's trying to challenge people to make sure, or to ensure that these people are believing in what they're believing in. They're not just being given bullshit based on the media, because Will could be a leftist, right? And and we could talk about this, and then if he defends his beliefs properly, then and he stands on what he believes in, then
He was
100%
the day before he met.
he's a left, right? But if I sit there and I debate with him and I pick apart his beliefs and he just can't defend it, then what is he? He has no defense, so he doesn't truly believe in that. It's the same thing with religion.
Yeah. That's agreed upon. I can agree with that.
Don
Absolutely.
GQ is in the chat, and when you know Don GQ is in the chat, you having a good motherfucking show. Appreciate you, Don, being here. Okay, who was next? Because Valhalla was about to say something. What? No, wait. Sharon, did you have anything to say? Because I don't want to leave you left out. You are. I don't want you to feel like you're being left out, Sharon.
He left. So he probably didn't leave. He probably
he's out.
Shit probably just went out. Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably just dropped.
Well, now it's
but-
boring. We're all gonna agree with each other. This is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bounce, gentlemen. But
Hey,
I would
Val,
like,
I
I would
love
like
you.
to, before I leave, I would like to reiterate what I was gonna say a second ago. Charlie Kirk's message was not of violence. It was not of hate. It was actually a man that realized that we were on the cusp of potential danger in this country, and he was given it his best to have people converse and exchange ideas before it got to violence. And in that effort, somebody felt that his words deserved to end his life, and that is an absolute tragedy that I think has motivated more people in this country than anything I've seen since probably 9/11 when it happened, if I'm being honest. And I think it's probably for the best. And Sharon, man, you're just off, brother. You're just not right. You're just not. It's just not the way it is.
Hold up, he's back here, but Sharon, you got to connect your devices. It's saying that they will need to connect mic and cam before I can add you to the stream. Sharon, you got to connect your devices before I can even bring you back into the StreamYard. But hold on for a second. Val, you about to go, right?
You good?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Otherwise, I'm gonna bounce, y'all. And it's been a pleasure.
Hey Val, I love you, man.
I love you, brother.
Always hit me up.
Day
Salute,
one,
bro. Salute, man.
Always. Take it easy, big dog.
See y'all soon.
Yeah, I'm about to follow
Good.
him.
Appreciate
Also.
you, man.
Yes, sir. I'm about to
JT,
follow him. Yeah, I'm about to follow him too. I still got a 9 to 5, so I got.
Hey.
We all got that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Man.
appreciate you, JT. I appreciate you.
Man,
Hey, check the back chat before you go too.
Okay. This has been a great conversation, my brother. Like always, we get up here, we chop it up, man. I love being able to have these type of conversations. It's even, it's cool having Sharon up here talking and whatever. But I just like the way that we changed how the conversation went. We went a couple of other different ways, right? It wasn't just one thing. So that's what I really appreciate with these conversations. Raw B, you my girl. super animated. I think from the time that I first seen you and met you and had conversations with you, I always thought that you was cool as hell. you wild, man. It's fun having those type of conversations because I like the animation that she brings when she's talking because it makes the conversations even better too. So you guys are doing really good on your channel, man. I love how you doing it. I just learned some shit tonight. Also, good looking on that one right there, bro. But most definitely, I'm definitely be over this way again, bro. And I got some other stuff. I hit you on IG,
Okay.
and when I bring up a panel. And do you have a channel? How you pronounce your name, man?
Jake.
No, Resla.
Wrestler?
Yeah, wrestler. Yeah, I got it. It's literally if you go look in the YouTube description, you'll see at sign wrestler. You'll get my channel.
Okay. All right. I got you, brother. So I'm gonna go ahead and also do that also. And yeah, Jake, man, it was great, man. I like your perspective. I love the also. Do you have a channel, Jake?
I do not. So I really don't enjoy all the time talking politics, but when I'm more in the middle. I truly have a strong belief in that if the left and right came together, then we'd be in a great place. I think that the left does have some good ideas. I truly believe that.
Mhm.
But when you go radical left or radical right, that's when it gets dangerous.
Absolutely.
JT, I'm gonna put your link to your channel in the chat. Make sure y'all go subscribe to What We Know podcast. And also Resla, I'm putting your link in the chat as well. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my man's Resla. This was fun. And also, this proves a point about something that I've been trying to do. Well, what I messaged y'all about in the private chat, it actually just proved something to me. We about to get ready to get up out of here. Wrestler, can you hang for a second? I need to talk to you in the back.
I got you.
Okay, cool. We appreciate each and hey, Jake, thank you for being a supporter on the Cash App side. Make sure you come back, man. Don't lose my email. Make sure you come back.
Yeah. Do you guys do this every night?
I go live randomly. Like whenever something pisses me off, I go live, or if there's something to talk about, I go live. Usually I just throw it out there and I just go live. So my subscribers know I can do 1 live a day or I can do 8 lives a day. It all depends on what's happening. I mean, don't get me wrong. Well, if something is hot, I'll do it. But if I feel some type of way, like some of my lives, you might not want to tune into, especially if you see EBT in the title. I'm probably talking about some black people shit. Just being honest.
Yeah, probably.
If you ever see like coded language in the title, just know I'm about to be on bullshit that day. I'm about to be up here cussing. I might even get not demonetized, but that video that day is probably going to get age restricted because I probably will cuss somebody the fuck out. But other than that, I go live whenever, man. Wrestler, you got a schedule?
I used to have a schedule. I got very busy with my latest employer, but I'm gonna start doing I'm gonna start trying to get back on schedule so I could do a little bit more lives and videos as well.
And JT, you do a lot. I see you over there with Black Man.
Yeah.
You be doing your thing on your channel, but yeah, man, I appreciate JT. Actually, don't go nowhere for a second. I appreciate everybody that came by, stopping by for the show. Appreciate and love each and every last one of y'all. Thank y'all for the super chats and the donations. We will holler at y'all later. Okay, deuces.